Welcome to the Lost Lives Count, where we tell you victims in horror movie, anime, TV shows, music videos, TV shows that episodes that normally don't have kills but have horror elements, action flicks, music videos, and beyond. I am your host, William Prouty, aka Nexus. We're seeking our team into Men's Best Friend, released in 1993. Honestly, created by the Child Play 2 director John LaFi, the twisted tale is born of fascination, a genetic engineer, and a blurred line between loyalty and lethal intent. LaFi wants to explore what happened when science tampered with nature, turned a household pet into a predator. The story follows a news reporter who rescued a seemingly lovable dog named Max from a shady company. But Max isn't a type of dog. He actually genetically modified a killing machine with traits from multiple species. He can climb trees, camouflage, and melt metal with his urine. As a bond with his new owner, his violent instincts begin to surface, and the body count begin to rise. So, until I do, how many lives lost did Max chew through? Let's find out and get to it. The movie begins with New Line Cinema present a Rovo Calvo Entertainment production, a John Lapa film, who actually created the Child Play. Created Child Play 2. A film with a title card. Honestly, the intro actually showed dogs of all cultures and get darker until we hit with Emax Labs, a facility that gene slice, but a layer more. And we meet Judy, the lab assistant, played by Robin Fraser, who recognizes small worlds like Door, Flatliners, and various TV appearances throughout the 90s. She shares her story and plans to sneak someone into the lab. She tells them to meet at the North Gate at 8:30 p.m. While doing her rounds, she actually learned how to speak Spanish. Muy comprende, mi amigo. That only but back, I can actually speak Spanish. And checking on the animals, she discovers Max is out of the cage. Max attacked Judy, mauled her to death at 5 minutes and 34 seconds. Behind Judy's death, they're filled by a trained stunt dog and clever editing, and the mauled to death scene was actually quickly cut and Dr. Jarret shoot a sleep dart in Max. Lori and her co-worker Anne, her camera woman Anne, they actually go with or without them. They can't call Judy And she know it's they actually go at 8:30 p.m. to the lab, and they go for the trash bin, and they actually see monkeys, rabbits are herd, cats, monkey, jaguar, and a lot of animals. And what kind of person is Dr. Jarret? And they actually see a dog named Max. Are you ready to give away who the dog is, Max? And Lori is wondering, what is doing? I'm wondering why it's doing behind. Jarret do illegal, uh, endangered experiment on endangered species. And security put them in saw the light, and Max is running, escaping, and with them, and Max disobeyed Dr. Jarret, and now he won't listen and run off with the girls. And he actually break down, and Jarret called the police, and honestly, the officer Emilio actually asked about Valgoski, or protesters that want animal-free products. And Lori gonna take him in, and she actually bought all his stuff, and Max chases the mugger. Whatever happened to him? He's a hero. And film and talk. Dog food. Disgusting. He go into the bathroom. It actually go out two ways, in the mouth and in the bathroom. And he got scars. And Max is a good boy. And her boyfriend Perry. Honestly, Ali Sneedy Play Lori is in the Breakfast Club, War Games, and Short Circuit. Dr. Jarret is in Aliens and Pumpkinhead and Near Dark by Lance Seri. And Near Dark is Robert Saki is in Total Recall, Die Hard 2, and TV shows. Perry, Lori's boyfriend, Farrah Heron, is in Lost, Supernatural, and John Casti, who actually play as Detective Bonetti, play in Antitrust and Crime, and play really only play in this film. J.D. Daniels, Bradley Pierce who actually played Chad, is a local kid who is the voice of Chip from Beauty and the Beast. Tua is Annie, who actually is Lori. Trula is Im, who actually is Annie's camera woman, and Annie and Lori's best friend, who actually play Well, that nobody. William Sampson, who actually played Way, Larry from Newhart, and the sheriff from True Blood. Rick is Rick Barker as the mailman, who actually is Max's unfortunate victim, and we already discovered Robin. Robin on here. Perry came back and came up. The lava system came up and tried to discuss at dinner, but Max drove up, and Max got the towel for Lori. Oh, that's nice. A good dog. And he also turned away. That's a good boy. But Perry, called Lori, and when he walked up and tried to get in the door, Max barked at him. Well, Max, cool the roll. He actually acted like a guard dog. And her and Annie actually saved. And he was actually a great guard dog. He's actually was a great guard dog. And Perry does. He actually doesn't want to keep him, but Perry said no dog. But he actually changed his mind. But he backyard only. And he tried to relax and tried to for sexy time. Yay, sexy time! Yay! But Perry said Max was fine. She needed to check on him. Max, she actually had to get him out. Max showed his belly. Which, but back, if a dog show his belly, his and her belly, it means they mean you no harm. Perry pretended to be asleep, so he is asleep, or pretended to be, so they can do sexy time. Max go his eyes in the dark and bark and nobody. Honestly, honestly, after that, they go to the Jarret, Emilio, and Frank show him pictures of the Prime Sunset, and none of them. And he had to rescue the dog. He going to stop because Max is going through a psychiatric episode where medicine wore off. The newspaper boy throw a newspaper at Max, and he chased him and fixed it to attack. And Lori called him with a awful whistle. Lori, can you actually whistle? And Rudy, my favorite kid in the whole dang movie, just did the awesome thing. He actually said, Ed, say, Mr. Ed Fartface, and he repeats. He got pizza from Lori because he doesn't want a health food. I'm a pizza guy myself, but it's actually a week old. If it's good pizza, I will eat a week old pizza. And Max be Heidi, and he actually licked her. Aww. Wait. And we need And he also did brakes lines. Wait, I know how to do brake lines. Max love Heidi. Max actually woke up Rudy's dad. Animal control came and taken the dog. One officer said no. Emilio, honestly, Frankie got his cigarette taken from Emilio because he doesn't want him to be smoking. Because he want to be healthy, and Frankie actually said, "You're just bad as my wife." Judy never came home last night, and Jarret said Judy never worked for her, and he never saw her. Suspicious. And let me actually tell you what Max is not like other dogs. He's genetically altered. Why he actually can see in the dark, Lori and Perry go to sexy time. He actually have owl eyes. His intelligence are greater. He actually have chameleon camouflage. He have speed of a cheetah. He have strength of a bear. He also have acidic urine. This dog is a dog. It's a living weapon. In the wrong hands, it can be a vicious predator. It's both loyal and lethal. Honestly, John Lapa was directed Child Play 2 and fascinated with the idea of what if science tempered nature. In an interview, Analyze Chris knows that Lapa sci-fi the mad scientist trope with society obsession with a perfect pet. By giving Max extreme abilities, Lapa created a horror comedy that exaggerates what happened when human engineer loyalty with strength, but ignore morality. The film plays as the creature feature a cautionary tale is about Lori. Max is lovable to Lori, but terrified to everyone else, showing how powerful without control become dangerous. Max is not an ordinary dog. He's a generically Tibetan Mastiff mix. The scientists of Emax splices DNA with multiple species to make him a ultimate guide. Owl eyes for night vision, able to see in the dark. Chameleon camouflage can blend into surroundings. Cheetah speed to run faster than any natural dog. He also got jaguar climate abilities, acidic urine, and bear strength. Max represents science gone wrong. A creature that, albeit instead of suffering a psychotic break when the medicine wears off, he is both a tragic and terrifying, loyal to Lori, but a stable and violent two-word others. Instant Max is a hybrid monster. Commentary on human exploitation animals for comfort or profit turned men's best friend into men's worst nightmare. Rudy is actually his buddy. He go for walks with Max, and Max chase him to the tree top because he actually chased a cat like common dogs, and Maxie boo. And really, his buddy Chad left. If anyone want to know, Boo will not be counted because cats, animals do not go on the count. But this is not a laughing matter. Period. Kiss Lori, and Max are watching them to plan to kill him. The honestly, the other driver have a freaking German Shepherd, and he say, "Damn mutt," and he actually tried to stop his brakes when he almost crashed into a freaking truck, but he pulled the emergency brake. Lori had to go to work, and Max want to go, but Lori actually said guard the house. Max walked to Rudy's house to actually hide. He jumped, and Puppy Love actually played and searched for Harry, and as the old lady searched for Boo, Heidi getting grape. If anybody wants to know what grape means, it's another word for well, I can't actually say it because it's I know it's just dogs, but it's kind of like but hearing Heidi yelp after, and Perry saw Max tried to kill, and Perry know what to do, and Max pee is acidic. Oh, it's actually melted on the fire hydrant. We saw Detective Kovac and Eddie, or Emilio and Frankie. We actually found the mugger from who actually from earlier die off screen, mauled to death by Max. No actor was actually harmed, but it actually was actually mauled to death. Max would kill him earlier, but keep the murder death. Emphasize Max. He actually psychotic brain that the medication going to be wearing off soon, and Dr. Jarret and that's showing the attacks are escalated, and Lori fixed to lose and escalate beyond Lori's control. He they are going to get Dr. Jarret. He actually said that Max is doing his job. Detective Frank said going to blow his brain out. Dr. Jarret asked the computer how many until his stable. 5 hours, 29 minutes, and 14 seconds. It's already expired. We actually see Max against the moment, and he got sprayed with pepper spray. But Max was immune and chased the moment down, and the 8 minutes and 57 seconds. Max mauled him to death, but after by his leg. The actor played actually never fought with a dog. The attack was a film using a step performer wearing a protective pattern around his leg bites. Close up of the Max teeth snarling was filmed separate when edited, and they actually used a dummy leg with real blood that actually. And the pepper spray was actually a fake mist that trained dogs use. And the Humane Hollywood confirmed that no animals were harmed filming. And honestly, the mailman symbolized the universal dog's hostility. Almost every neighborhood has a story that dogs barking or chasing postal workers. By including this kill, John Caffer learned into a familiar culture joke that, yeah, this is actually a hilarious death. In the lab, honestly, Lori also lied. Honestly, Jarret actually up front. So Lori actually lies so she can actually leave to put back somewhere. Ray actually kicked him out. Perry. But honestly, Max is digging the mailman up. Perry is going to put ground beef and rat poison as see the freaking Ed the parrot, and he is making his his food that Max knows not to eat. He chases Perry out and Max attack Ed the parrot. Which I say again, animals don't go on my lives lost count. Plan day. Max dumps the food in the toilet, and Frankie, Eden, Jarret, Emilio say Jarret they talk about him. In the lab, the new lab assistant look at the monkey, and Lori Tinner's product sheet. Script and Dr. Jarret up front. Okay, I'm actually redoing it again. I'm sorry. And that what actually happened? Jarret see the after Jarret actually put shoot Ray with a sleep dart. After Emilio talk about Jarret, about Max, about his genetics, Jarret actually sleep dart Ray. And Jarret see what happened in the video, and Lori joined Max. And Max take to Ray. Actually, there's actually two Rays. The Ray that is the security guard, and the Ray that is the workshop, the ranch hand. Who actually give Max rawhide. And what actually happened is Max is upset after that. Lori made a promise to protect and broke it. Max broke it. Ray hits him with a shovel. Perry tell her the truth that Max chased him. She actually gave him up. Max basket Ray, and Ray is welded. He actually welded after he burned Max. Max bite him in the groin to kill him off screen at 1 hour, 1 minute, and 39 seconds. William Anderson actually continued acting after he was killed on Deadwood and True Blood. The attack was not real. Was never real contact with citizen. Up close and lunging. The combined of citizen performance and real dog footage that no animal was harmed off screen. The off-screen death was actually cheaper and make it unsettling. Max bark and Jarret want to know where Lori is. Max on now. Perry got a new puppy, Spike. Why he know as Spike? He got a cord. For her, want her, and now Perry and Lori kiss. Perry, get ready while Max is in the house. Rudy meet Spike and Perry put on wet clothes, and Lori told Rudy that Max went back to his own owner. That's actually a lie. It's Max barking and bash through the mirror closet, and Jarret arrived, and Max peed on Perry with acidic urine at 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 57 seconds. But it did cut away a reaction, but it's actually the problem. But what actually happened is his death was not even on screen. It was actually, and the stage go from And the special effects Max close up saw and Perry, it's Max. And really depend with a bat and it's now it's a police trace! Yay! Now they actually shooting. Now it's animal control. They actually tried to catch Max and animal control, and he actually disappeared. Where is he? Where is he? Now he disappeared. Now he used chameleon powers to scare the boys, which is my funniest thing that will laugh my ass off. Now Perry is going to the hospital and say he okay, but he actually dead. We actually don't see him in the final moments of the film, so he's actually dead. And Frank said they will arrest her if she go anywhere to get, as she actually had to help them catch that her psychomat. And they actually say Frankie actually it's all right. Emilio say she actually watched the house and he actually eating chips and drinking the milkshake, but he actually saw the dog silhouette. And he actually searched out and found the bag in the mailman. At 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 55 seconds, Frank and Kava got mauled by Max to death under the house. But his death, Robert was never attacked. It was the death was staged. The dog close up it was filmed lunging. The stunt was double pie and instinct prop use prosthetic to imply an injury as the attack was mostly through sounding, growling, and screaming. Max was trained with civilized handlers. He made home when no animals were harmed during. Honestly, the genetics actually give him chameleon stealth and claustrophobic that actually made him more dangerous. Frank's gun shot off, and Lori actually see Emilio, but she got mauled off at 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 16 seconds. And Jarret got kidnapped Lori and chased by Max with an endless car chase, and the dog actually and you broke the bond with Max, and Max jumped. Jarret actually said you broke the bond with Max, and Max jumped, and the jaw crushed, and Jarret was alive, and so was Max, come from the rubble, and she actually escaped, and Spike ran with her, but she actually blocked the door, and Max came in, and Max closed on her, but she actually hid and saw the taxidermy, and Max barked at Lori. She actually put the scalpel down, and Max knew he a good boy. Jarret was the bad guy. Jarret died electrified cage at 1 hour and 22 seconds. It was over. Jarret actually killed Max. Max was defended. Max doesn't go on the kill count, but Lori was his owner, not Jarret. The reason why he attacked these people. Also, the mailman was just a mailman. Okay, here's the real reason. The mailman was just a mailman. He was actually doing his job guarding the house for Lori, and he actually bonded with Lori. He actually bonded with Lori, and Jarret, and bonded out of Jarret. So he not a monster. He just rebonded with Lori. 3 months later, she actually walked in with Spike, and Heidi gave birth to puppies. And one looked like Max, and puppy love play. And they call it puppy love. Emilio's death behind the scenes. John was honestly the death was created by a off screen and stunt work that was complex. Why it was off screen? Predictably, it was a graphic and to build the tension. Behind the scenes of Jared's death is Max large a train. It was cut. Then cut to performance. And hastily played the villain. Jarret accelerated death was a downfall. And why the electric cage is supervised Jarret destroyed by his own creation and the system that executed. 3 months later, Lori walks Spike and Heidi give birth to puppies. One looked like Max. The film ends with so image of puppy love. The real spirit puppies were used for the final shot. One puppy definitely clothes are groomed to resemble Max Cullen. The ending was designed to a dark twist. Even though Max is dead, his genetic may continue. This puppy look-alike Max suggests the cycle isn't broken. Echoes horror tropes like The Omen, where the evil is reborn the next generation. Stay Max. Good boy. How many lives were lost to man's most engineerments? Uh, wait. This is OJ. Uh, good boy. Uh, let go. Let's get to the numbers. 7 people lost their lives, and men's best friend. 6 males and 1 female. Men had Max had take a bite out of these lives with a run time of 97 minutes. We got a lives lost every hour at 0.07 minutes. With the great acts of execution go to Dr. Jarret. Honestly, Dr. Jarret tried to recapture Max, but Lori Max, but was killed when Max Chase drives him into an electrified cage and knock him over, but sacrifice himself. But behind the scene, Erickson perform against a proper cage rig with sparks and lightning effects, not real electricity. Battlelodge were filmed separately, with a trained Tibetan Mastiff then cut. Husky often enjoy playing the villain, and Jarret exaggerated death was cited Mapfall. It actually symbolized this cage symbolized Jarret being destroyed by his own creation. It contained a system meant to control Max, become his execution device. The wimpy axe go to Perry. Honestly, Perry is actually Laurie's boyfriend, played by Farrah Heron. Perry is increasingly hostile towards Max, trying to poison him with rat poison lace ground beef. The moment eventually turned on Max, but Max actually just the death was actually jealousy, but it was actually lame because his death happened off screen. That was it. Ben's best friend was created in 1993, but it was no sequel. I'm actually doing Blood Rage for Turkey Day. Have a good day.